Welcome to the channel Maths with Swati ma'am. Now we are starting with the next chapter, that is applications of trigonometry. See dear, in the previous class we have dealt with the chapter trigonometry, and these are also referred as heights and distances because applications of trigonometry are related to the distance and heights. That is why it is referred as heights and distances. Okay. Now whatever the knowledge we have gained through the chapter introduction to trigonometry, that knowledge you are applying in this chapter. That is why it is nothing but applications of trigonometry. Means in the real world, how the trigonometry can be used and what are the criteria so that a trigonometry can be used to calculate the distances of heights. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn in the chapter applications of trigonometry. If you have not watched the previous chapter, link will be provided in the description box. Please go to the chapter and start watching it. Understanding, because you can solve applications of trigonometry only once you understand the chapter trigonometry, that is introduction to trigonometry. Before solving, I want to tell you something. To solve questions on applications of trigonometry, two things are essential. Number one, all 6 trigonometric formulas are very necessary, that we have discussed in the first class itself. Understanding. And the second thing is you should know the angle value table, dear. Understanding that table we have drawn with respect to sine 60, sine 30, sine 0, sine 90. The whole table is very necessary. If you don't want to remember whole table, at least try to remember sine, cos and tan table. These two are very essential to solve applications of trigonometry. Otherwise, you are not able to solve applications of trigonometry. Okay, we'll start with the chapter applications of trigonometry. Dear, before actually dealing with the questions related to applications of trigonometry, some necessary informations you should know, like what is actually horizontal level, line of sight, angle of elevation and angle of depression. These 4 concepts you should know before we solve the questions related to applications of trigonometry. Okay, the first thing we'll talk about the so-called horizontal level. Horizontal level. What actually mean by horizontal level? Suppose if I am standing like this, if I am seeing any material, dear, my eyesight, the line which is drawn with respect to my eyesight, okay, the line which is drawn with respect to my eyesight is what we call horizontal level. Is called horizontal level. It is always according to the height of the person. Understanding? So if I am standing here, it will be my eye level. Understanding? Suppose if I am seeing anything above my horizontal level, okay, if I am seeing anything above my horizontal level, I have to increase the eye level. Are you understanding? Actually, like assume this is the horizontal level. If I want to see anything above, I have to increase the horizontal level because my sight has to be increased. And the increasing or decreasing, the sight, you know, dear, actually this is my horizontal level. I may increase, I may decrease the sight, and that sight is referred as line of sight. Is referred as line of sight. Okay, these two are must to be known. Horizontal level. What is horizontal level? Dears, according to my height, what is the line which is straight away to my eyesight is what we call horizontal level, and line of sight is nothing but my horizontal level will not be changed. If I want to see any material, my line of sight will be changing. To see above, I'll increase my line of sight. To see the below materials, I'll decrease my line of sight. This is what happens in case of line of sight. The next concept you should know is very important one, that is so called angle of elevation. Okay, angle of elevation. Now the question, what is actually mean by angle of elevation? Okay, suppose dear, this is a horizontal level. Okay, I say this is horizontal level. Horizontal level. And suppose a kite is flying over here. Okay, a kite is flowing over here and a person is standing over here, and this is the horizontal level of a person. Now this person has to see this kite. When he has to see the kite, he has to increase his line of sight. Okay, he has to increase the horizontal level, and this line, where with respect to the sight, this is referred as line of sight. What it is? Line of sight. Okay, this is horizontal level, this is line of sight. Dear, angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal level and the line of sight. Are you understanding? What is angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal level and the line of sight when object is, okay, when object is above the horizontal level. Understanding? What is angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is angle between the horizontal level and the line of sight when the object is above the horizontal level. Okay, when the object is above the horizontal level, then it is referred as angle of elevation. Okay, angle of elevation. Understood? Horizontal level, line of sight, angle of elevation. Means whenever I am seeing any object above the horizontal level, I need to make angle of elevation. Understanding? Now, the second type of, the fourth point you should know is, or the second type of angle is angle of depression. Okay, angle of depression. So what actually mean by the so-called angle of depression? See dear, suppose a person is standing over here, there is a building, on that building a person is standing. Okay, so now with respect to this person's height, this is the horizontal level. Okay, see, this is the horizontal level, and assume here there is a car moving. Okay, there is a car moving. This is a building. On the top of the building, a person is standing, and with respect to his height, this is the horizontal level I have drawn. The person who is standing over there, when he want to look at the car which is going at the bottom of the building or near to the building base, okay, he has to see it like this. Yes or no? He has to see it like this. And what is this line called as? This line is called as line of sight. Okay, this line is called as line of sight. This is horizontal level, this is line of sight. And the question is, what is angle of depression? The angle of depression is an angle, okay, the angle of depression is an angle between the horizontal level and the line of sight when object is below the horizontal level. Understanding? See, whenever I want to see anything which is on the floor, I have to decrease my line of sight below the horizontal level. So whenever, if it is my horizontal level, I am decreasing it. The angle between the line of sight with respect to horizontal level is what we call angle of depression. Understanding? See, horizontal line is with respect to my height dear, line of sight according to the object which I am seeing, the line which is drawn with respect to my sight, and the object is what we call line of sight. And what is angle of elevation? Angle of elevation is an angle between the horizontal level and the line of sight. Understanding? Where it is above the horizontal level. And what is angle of depression? It is an angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight when object is below the horizontal level. Understanding? Once you understand this one, now we'll begin with the sums related to the applications of trigonometry. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll take up the first question from the exercise. Look at the question dear. Understand the question properly. Otherwise, you will feel confusion. I have written a question on the board. Look at the board. A circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole if angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degree. Okay, the question is provided. First, let me draw the diagram. What is the question is telling about? There is a rope. Okay, assume this is a ground level. This is the ground level. There is a rope. Okay, sorry, there is a pole. Assume here it is a pole. Okay, we'll draw the pole. We'll draw the pole. This is a pole. Understanding? And a rope is tied. A rope is tied from the top of the pole to the ground. Okay. This is what the diagram is. This is the base level and this is the vertical pole, and the rope is tied from the top of the pole to the ground, and the rope is 20 meter in length. They have provided you the length of the rope, that is 20 meter. The rope length is 20 meter. And again they are telling the angle made by the rope with the ground level, and the rope that is making angle with the ground is how much, dears? It is 30 degree. Okay, it is 30 degree. Now what is the question has been asked? Question is, see, 20 meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of the vertical pole, if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30 degree. Now you need to find the height of the pole. Okay, you need to find the height of the pole. Now if you want to find the height of the pole, what you need to use? In the first class itself I told you trigonometry is nothing but it is the relation between sides and angles. This is what is now. Angle is provided. I need to find what, dear? I need to find the side. Okay, if it is 90 degree, because pole is always perpendicular to the ground and I consider it to be a 90 degree. If it is 90 degree, then this is hypotenuse. It is nothing but hypotenuse. If this is 30 degree, and what h will become? This is nothing but opposite side with respect to the considered angle. Now what you need to think is, now angle is provided 30 degree and hypotenuse is provided and opposite side has been asked. Now you need to remember a trigonometric ratio which gives the connection between opposite side and the hypotenuse. Do you remember which is that trigonometric function that gives you relation between opposite and hypotenuse, dear? There are actually two trigonometric ratios. One is sine. Sine gives us opposite by hypotenuse, and another one is, dear, cosecant, that is hypotenuse divided by opposite. But time being you consider simple trigonometric functions, don't go for complex trigonometric functions. Okay, now I will consider here sine. Dear, suppose if I name the triangle as ABC, okay, triangle as ABC. Now what I'll be writing here? See, sine B is equal to, because they are talking with respect to B, right? So I'll consider B here. Sine B is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Sine B is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Fine. Now dear, sine B, B is given as how much? 30 degree. Let me substitute here sine 30. Okay, sine 30. What is opposite I have? I need to calculate it. I don't have anything. So I'll be writing here h. And what is the hypotenuse value I have? I have 20. Okay, this is what I can write with respect to the given information. Now dear, simplify this. I told you just now what and all I should do. I should remember the formulas. I should remember the tabular values, angle values. Now you need to remember sine 30 value. Yes, do you remember sine 30 value? Yes, of course. Sine 30 is nothing but how much, dear? It is 1 by 2, isn't it? 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2 is nothing but h divided by 20. 1 by 2 is nothing but h divided by 20. Now I will send 20 to the side. Division turns to be multiplication. So what I'll be having here? 20 divided by 2 is equal to h. 2 ones are 2 tens are. So h is equal to how much I got? 10 meter. Okay, I got it as 10 meter. Means what is the height of the pole, dear? The height of the pole is nothing but 10 meter. Okay, so this is one first question we have solved, and in the next video I'm going to take up the few more questions. Okay, keep watching the videos and like if you have understood, comment it if you have any doubts regarding to it, subscribe the channel, forward the channel as much as possible you can to your friends. Thank you.